Watkins Glen. And to join me tonight for the first time in a while, Lucas Moody. Welcome to the booth, bud.
Yes, thank you so much. What's up, brothers? Today we are racing here at Watkins Glen International Circuit. It's going to be an amazing race. We got Jordan Johnson back in the field today, so we're going to have a nice battle for that first position. A Leaf won't just run away with it. It'll be a Leaf versus Jordan Johnson. We also have three more, I should say, unexpected surprise show-ups. We have Nick Sockner's joining the field once again, Thomas Toomey, and we have as well, who was the third surprise person that doesn't show up? Oh, it was Jordan. That was the third. Jordan was the third. So we got three cars in the field that aren't usually here. So I'm excited for this race, Edward.
Well, brother, I am so excited for tonight as we are going to let's take a look at the race because I mean Watkins Glen. Who doesn't know Watkins Glen at this point? It is a 4-sector race. It is opened in July 1956. Of course, located at Watkins Glen, USA, and you here in New York is a 3.45 miles, 5.52 kilometers, 12 turns, 4 sectors, and a 141 feet elevation of change with a top speed of 184 down the backstretch into the bus stop. So let's talk about this really quickly. Going into turn 1, a heavy braking zone, really 90 degree right-hander through the S's to 2, 3. Out of 4 is our longest straightaway really, and this is where we're going to get a lot of passing opportunities here, especially with the use of push to overtake down into the bus stop at turn 5 and around through turn 6 and take us away with the rest of it.
Yeah, so down to turn 6 and then turn 7 is where the boot begins at what I like to call the ankle, also known as the chute. Down to turn 8, which is a hairpin right-hander, can carry a good amount of speed through that in this car, so that is also known as the toe. And then into turn 9, the heel. This is where we're going to see drivers running very, very wide, as track limits do not apply to this corner. So we're going to see some very interesting lines. And then coming back out of the boot onto the NASCAR track, turn 10, very difficult off-camber corner. I'm calling Edward right now. I don't mean to jinx our drivers, but somebody is going to spin it there because of the amount of forces on the rear end of your car. It's very easy to spin it on the exit of 10. Then we have flat out in these cars, going to be turn 11, and then slight tap on the brakes into turn 12 to take you back onto the start-finish straight.
I mean, one thing to really note here on this track map is to really notice the passing opportunities. And like you said, turn 10, I think we're going to see a lot of people lose it if they haven't taken care of their rear tires going into the end of the race. But yeah, so folks, look out for turn 1, turn 5, I'd say turn 8. That's really it, honestly. Those couple of turns is where you're going to be having those passing opportunities. And especially tonight, with a lot of this, I feel like a lot of the field is going to be really, I guess, close on pace because, honestly, this is a track that a lot of people, whether you love or hate, you've done it a lot. You've raced a lot. I mean, Lucas, I'm going to ask you this, you as a Formula driver yourself here, talk to me through, like, do you think tonight, is it going to be really difficult, apart from turn 10? Or do you think this is where like we're gonna see a lot of like kind of like a nose to tail, bumper to bumper action here, and not a lot of like last week where we had a lot of at the Dutch Grand Prix we had a lot of distance between one another.
I think that this track usually provides really good racing because if you're able to stay in the draft of the car ahead, you're able to keep up with them pretty well. I still remember last time we came here, last semester, the top 5 were all separated by less than 0.2 of a second from each other. So I think that we should get some very good racing here. And I'm really excited to see it because I know Jordan and Leaf are going to be scrapping out for that first position. And if Kale and Bradley and some of those other top runners like Cohen and maybe even Christian Hill, if they're able to keep close to Leaf and Jordan, we might see a 3 to 4 way battle for the lead here. So I'm super excited for you. I'm super excited for this race. How about you, Edward?
I mean, I've been waiting for this track ever since I saw this calendar. I said Watkins Glen, a track that I have full track knowledge on, and I could actually commentate the best I can in terms of knowing what the corners are. But one thing to note, folks, I mean, of course, we got Muhammad Alif in here for tonight, and of course, to just cement even more his championship as a championship driver of the CIL Formula College Series this season. But of course, we'll see what happens tonight because, like you said, Jordan Johnson of Kent State University finally shows up out of nowhere. He is like the boogeyman. You never know where he's at, and he shows up unexpectedly. And at a track like this, it will be interesting to see what the Kent State University driver can do. But while we're doing this, let's see. We're already on board here with Clan Ultimate, but let's take a lap here with Clan Ultimate out of turn 12. He did his second lap. But let's hope that he keeps it going. Let's see. Is he going to? Yeah, I think he's gonna keep going. He's gonna practice probably. No, he's
He's
not.
definitely
He's
pulling off
gonna
the
take it
racetrack.
slow.
Unfortunate.
Never mind. Let's go to Johnson. Oh, Johnson also done.
Yeah. Everybody's done.
Is anybody else? All right, Ben
Here we
Fury.
go.
All right, here we go. So out of turn 12 here. Sorry, is he at the end of his lap? Hopefully he's gonna go for another one here, and there he is. All right, so heavy braking zone down into turn 1 on the right hander. Try not to get track limit. If you're out on the left side of that curb on the white line, that is a 1x. Through the S's here to turns 2 and 3. Up here is really all flat out, and out here to 4, going the long straightaway. Like I said, the push to overtake, folks. You have 200 seconds as a driver to have push to overtake. It allows a little bit more of horsepower, especially on the straight line speed, to catch up and overtake these fellas. And
Oh
Ben Fury head on into the wall like Kimi Räikkönen in Watkins Glen 2022. I mean, unfortunately, you just saw how treacherous that bus stop is. Lucas, how would you as a driver really take on that turn 5? And what would you do? Do you send it in, or do you brake a little bit early, try to turn in earlier?
no, I'm sending it. Especially with the we have Hale and Bradley joining us. No, but for turn 5, I'm sending it in there. I'm maybe shifting down to 4th or 5th. I haven't driven it much on this car, I'll be honest, but I'm sending it into the bus stop, just getting the rotation in the car, and then I think what happened there is Ben got too much of the curb and too much throttle. So the combination of the curb and throttle, that's what put him in the barrier there. But that looked like if he was just a little bit more careful on the throttle, he's got a good lap going there.
All right, and I was gonna say, I mean, what we saw was just him using up a little bit too much of the curb, and as we see, beautiful people. Finally, a lot of people. We got Brandon Stinker, Adrian Pagoda, from top left to top right, and bottom left. We have Muhammad Ali, Cale Davidson in the bottom middle, and on the bottom right is Ben Fiore. And so right now, let's take the grid, and of course, none other but our Muhammad Ali takes the poll for Boston University provisional poll. But would you look at that? We have Jordan Johnson is for Kent State University starting on the outside. Not expected, but surprised because I mean we haven't seen him run this car in a while, so you'd think that he'd be a little bit rusty. Then we got Clay Ultimate on the inside for UNC Charlotte, and Athena Leclerc for St. Clair College, with Bradley Skinker in row number 3, Ball State University, and Phil Davidson, Ball State University on the outside.
Starting 6th will be Cale Davidson for Ball State University. Behind him in 7th is Christian Hill for Mount St. Mary's. And then starting in 8th, Cohen Evans for IUPUI. Starting in 9th today will be Jason Watt for Drexel University. Just behind Tim in 10th will be Mark Turk for PCT.
And starting on the outside here, Hudson Hardesty on the inside, Tyler Klingensmith on the outside, Nicholas Panella on the inside, P13, Alexander Diamond joining him, and Alan Hong of St. Clair College on the 15th.
And 16th, another St. Clair car of Adrian Tubakovic. And then right behind him in 17th, it's Andrew Williams for Clemson. And then 18th, Thomas Toomey goes to UVA. And 19th is Aiken Lamar for Howard Community College. And 20th, another Clemson driver, Nick Stockner.
Oh, and we're about to go Ben Fury for Marist College in P21. Andrew Burrow in 22nd, joining him on the outside for row number 11 is Clemson University's another Clemson University driver. And now here we go, folks. The drivers are revving. We are in neutral. Lucas Moody, get ready, and lights out, and away we go here at Watkins Glen for round 13 of the CIL Formula Car Series. And they're pulling away right now is the leader, our Muhammad Ali. Right behind them is gonna be in second place, taking it on the outside right now. As we see right now, they're all side by side, but they're all really singling it. They're filing out. That was actually kind of clean. Right now through the S's to turns 2 and 3. Right now, still side by side is Cohen Evans and Hunter Hasty. But right now, Jason Wallet gets the pass here. As right now, they're going through the S's down the straightaway into turn 5. Heavy braking zone here. Let's see what they're going to do. Some people looking on the inside, side by side. Oh, what a pass right there. I believe that is right behind Jason Wallet. That's Alexander Diamond, who passed Mark Turek into turn 5. What a beautiful pass.
Yeah, we've already seen some good racing here already. Looks like Halterman is going to try to see if he can overtake Cale Davison, the number 2 car here. So he's not going to be able to get it into this corner. Can he get it, though? Coming into the tricky, the heel, I believe. The very tricky heel. we're going to see them take this line I was talking about earlier. You're most likely going to see them run very, very wide here as track limits do not apply.
Yeah, and
And here we
unfortunately,
go.
we just saw a car, sorry, but a car spun out who was in fourth place or prior. That was Athena Leclerc for St. Clair College, unfortunately taken out. So unfortunate start for her, but seems like it's gonna be a gruesome first part of the night here.
Yeah, Athena Leclerc, I'm just looking. She's in the pit lane. She's missing her right rear tire. It looks like it's going to be the end of her night, unfortunately.
Not so yet, as remember we got a second race coming up, but unfortunately where she is at right now, if she's starting from the back, she will be starting from the back, as the inverted grid is not going to be working out for her. And just for you folks know, the top 10, oh, right now, hold on, folks, Christian Brian Hill in the 085 car on the outside through the S's to turns 2. You don't see a move like that, do you, Lucas?
Oh no, here we go. Down into the bus stop. Are they going to be able to stick it side by side? They don't. Christian Hill gets the position on Clint Halterman. What a move around the flat out S's of turn 3 and turn 4. That was spectacular. That's a new one for me.
Yeah, that was phenomenal. I mean, you don't really see drivers taking it on the outside, especially out of turns 3. So looks like Christian had a really great move going into turn 2 and around the turn 3. So very interesting thing to happen. But of course, you saw Clint Halterman lifted. Clint Halterman knows it's a long race. Let Christian probably run out his tires, but we'll see for Mount St. Mary's University student. As right now, Mark Turek on the attack right now. In front of him is Alexander Diamond of Drexel University. So right now, the battle for 10th is going on with Hunter Hesse for Clemson right behind them in 11th, only by 6/10. So, I mean, as we predicted, I mean, everybody's less than a second between each other.
Yeah, this is a track that creates this really good racing. As you talk about that, it looks like Christian Hill might be trying to close that gap to P4 and Cale Davidson. Maybe it looks like Davidson's starting to pull away, but Davidson and Skinker are starting to catch each other. Looks like Cale Davidson and Bradley Skinker might get into a bit of a battle here. There might team orders play into effect, but the gap I'm looking at is Jordan Johnson and Alif. Because as it appears right now, Muhammad Alif is starting to send that gap off of Jordan Johnson.
Yeah, right now we are gonna be going on Christian
Oh,
Hill.
Clint goes wide.
Oh, Clint goes wide, but he saves it. He saved it. That's a good save for Clemson. Sorry, for UNC Charlotte's driver right there. Yeah, a little bit wide we saw, but right now behind him, Cohen Evans is gonna be on the prowl for IUPUI, and right now hunting down Clint Halterman. But of course, Clint Halterman is not gonna give up that easily. But of course, as you mentioned right now, yeah, Jordan Johnson still 7/10 second behind Muhammad Ali. So whatever happens here, it's all about saving those tires. Oh, a little bit goes wide there for our Muhammad Ali. As we saw our leader, our points leader, he is using up everywhere on the track. He's going by the grass right there. So it must be interesting to see how your teammate races here. Pretty.
Yeah, and I think that was the turn 9 line that we were talking about. That the drivers just love taking that corner wide. And as we're talking about Alif, if Alif gets, I think it's either 2 points here. If Alif gets 2 points here, he needs 1 point. Sorry, I was getting mixed signals from production.
I'm sorry,
he
but
wins the championship.
It's not a if, it's just a win. I mean, honestly, with this pace right now, I think the only thing that could happen is Jordan Johnson behind him.
Oh no,
really
3 tenths.
Right now, 2 tenths.
Overtake.
Oh, he's going to use overtake, but not there yet, as once again, he's going to lift off, but he's still there right behind them through turns 5, down around turn 6, just as you said, right before they're going to enter the route here. It's all about setting it up because he can make a pass going to turn 1, down to turn 7 here. What can he do? Into, as you call it, turn 7, what is it? Turn 8 is the toe. I mean, what do you think is going to happen here?
I think Jordan's going to keep on this attack. He is on overtake recharge, so he's not going to be able to use that next lap. But I think he's going to stay within his draft, keep on the charge, and we're going to get a really, really good battle in about 2 to 3 laps time, I think.
Of course. And I want to just say quickly what happened there. Leading up into turn 5, how did Johnson catch up to them? It was the S's. I'm not sure if we could see it really well, but I was watching it from the sim. Alif took it a little bit wide through the S's, and and Johnson was able to catch up really quickly. But behind them is another battle, a battle for 4th teammates, because it's your friends here, Bradley Skinker and Cale Davidson fighting it out here. As Cale Davidson, I mean, I always think he's the number 2 driver. Well, right now, looks like Hunter Hesse is about to make a pass right now for 9th, I should say, as he passes Alexander Diamond. And Diamond now is going to be in 10th place with Nicholas Panella right behind, sniffing for that 10th place for that points paying position and possibly getting the pole for the next race.
Yeah, going back to that battle for third and fourth, I believe that Cale Davison is going to stay behind Bradley Skinker here and give Skinker the extra points he needs in the overall championship. Because, oh, we're going back to Jordan Johnson. He's charging. But anyways, I was saying because Bradley Skinker is trying to fight Cohen Evans for third place in the championship, I think Davidson's going to let Skinker keep that position.
I was going to say right now, it's going to be very close with into turn 9, I should say. But we're going to go here on board here as we're going to do a CIL, crank it up with Jordan Johnson trying to make the pass here on a Leaf. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the round 13 of the CIL Formula College Series here at Watkins Glen. And what you just saw while we were on commentator's break was Clint Halteman making the pass on Christian Hill on the outside in turns 10. I mean, Lucas, did we think that was going to happen?
I thought Christian Hill had the pace to keep Clint behind. Let's see. Oh, it looks like a Leaf and Jordan. We're trying to go side by side into the bus stop. It looks like they're able to sort things out. A Leaf keeps the lead, but I saw a little bit of a glimpse of a move from Jordan.
Oh, and
here we
right now,
go,
Clint
back to Cohen.
Halteman just passed. Oh, but a lot of the curve Clint Halteman took, I don't know. That was a big jump, but I don't know if that was a cutting the course right there. That was too close to call. But yeah, as we saw, Jordan Johnson getting up close with the Leaf. I mean, soon enough, looks like a Leaf is under the attack with Johnson. So time will tell if a Leaf can hold him off for another 20. I'd say, how many laps would that be? That would be around 18 laps left. Yeah.
Yeah, and I did just get word. It was not a collision that we saw, but Nick Stockner is a 10-second penalty and a strike for causing a collision on lap 1. I'm curious if we can get a look at that. I'm not sure what happened. It was Nick Stockner, the 124 car. So that is why he's not there. I think we're gonna take a look at that. Stockner just goes. That's a really interesting spot to crash, considering that corner is flat out in these cars. He might have thought he was driving the cup car for a second.
I mean, all I'm gonna say is for Nick Stockner, I mean, yeah, you saw he just. I mean, I did see he jumped the curb a little bit out of turn 3, but yeah, that's something about the S's is just you think that you're invincible there, you think it's all flat out, but honestly, it could happen to the best of us. And right now, the best against a Leaf right now is Jordan Johnson here, still there with less than 2/10. I mean, I think this dirty air is not going to help him out being that close with them, but if he can just put on the pressure. But honestly, Lucas, your teammate here in front, does he do well under pressure? I mean, I don't think he's phased by anything.
A Leaf is completely unfazed. We can go to his camera right now, and you won't even see him blink. It'll just be a man staring at his screen, completely stone cold. This dude is completely impossible to break. Under pressure is when he thrives the best. The only way Jordan is going to be able to get past him is if he times his overtake perfectly. So that's what Jordan's going to have to do. But even so, this is the hardest man on track to pass. So this is going to be a very interesting battle, and I'm very curious to see how it ends.
And right now, once again, past this start finish line, Johnson getting closer. But right now, look, I got to think about this. He's setting this up. Oh, and looks like Muhammad Ali just to get really wide there. But through the S's, it's about setting it up, right? So from here to the back, it's all about how can you get there. Right now, Jordan Johnson not using overtake, but Alif is not either. But he's still pulling it in. Can we see a pass right now? Jordan Johnson getting up. He's going to look on the inside, outside on the left side, going into turn 5, late breaking there. Jordan Johnson is going to have to concede once again as Alif blocks the inside perfectly to have him have the inside run there and have a better exit. But once again here, under the attack, down into turn 6 and 7. Oh, as right now, Jordan Johnson once again almost getting into Alif. I mean, I'm getting Spa deja vu.
Yeah, this is a great battle we had there for the lead, and now a battle for 4th place. We talked about this. Caleb Davidson is going to want to keep Bradley Skinker in front here. So I think we're just going to see some team games. Caleb Davidson is going to play as the roadblock between Christian Hill and Bradley Skinker. Caleb Davidson's only goal right now is to not let Christian Hill by. So it's going to be very interesting to see if Christian Hill can break that. But let me just say right now, the best spot to overtake in this car is down the straight into the bus stop. But if you don't have the slipstream, or if the car ahead of you also has a slipstream, that advantage completely goes away. So this is going to be a very hard overtake for Christian Hill to make. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it within these 15 laps.
As right now, sorry, but looks like it's still fighting it out. Johnson with another attack, but he's closer now. Right now, he's going to look on the inside. He's not going to use overtake, but he's going to go on the outside once again. And Jordan Johnson, oh, as he almost gets with the lead.
Contact.
That was a switcheroo move. And Johnson, I'm just saying, I think Johnson, he's getting sick and tired of looking behind that Ball State University car. Johnson knows he has the pace. He's been keeping up with the lead, but Alif is not letting him by. But as we see, the defensive move going to turn 5, if you have the inside lane, you can go into the bus stop even more and have a better exit. But also just on right now, Christian Hill, he's on the move right now as he passes Caleb Davidson and catching up to Bradley Skinker. Right now, Christian Hill from, I believe he started outside of the top 10. He's been making a remarkable run through as he is our CIL biggest mover of the day.
Yeah, Christian Hill starting 7th, currently in 4th. I am curious to see how he got that overtake done. If we can take a look at that. Oh no!
Oh no, Clint!
Clint!
No!
Into the wall, coming out of turn 10.
As
He hit.
Oh, it looks like Clint Halterman got hit right there. UNC Charlotte, Clint Halterman.
Whoa.
Looks like he's got a lot of damage on this side.
He's out. He's out of the race. No,
Clint Halterman
Clint.
is out of the race. UNC Charlotte. I'm so sorry, folks, but looks like your driver, he is done for the E1. And it looks like Christian Hill.
Here we go. Jordan Johnson on the outside of a lead into the bus stop. He makes it.
He makes the pass.
Gets it done.
We have a lead change, folks. Our first lead change. Jordan Johnson takes the lead here at the round 13 of sale, and Muhammad Ali, for the first time in 7 races, he has finally been knocked out of first for now. But can Jordan Johnson keep on it?
Yeah, I'm really curious. Oh, we have a big slide there from Alex Diamond. Did he keep out of the wall?
What a save! He did a Formula drift.
Wow. And I'm getting word we're going to take a look at the Christian Hill crash, which then collected Clint Halterman. So 2 very big names and very fast drivers are taken out. Oh, it looks like Christian Hill doesn't hold the brakes and squeezes Clint into the wall. Nothing he can do there. It's an innocent bystander. Sorry, UNC Charlotte.
Oh, man.
Spins it out of turn 10. I hate to call it, but I knew someone was going to do it. It's such a difficult corner, especially the exits. And look at this. Jordan Johnson has pulled an 8/10 gap onto Alif.
Oh,
that is very interesting.
Alif just made a mistake off of turn 1. Wow, looks like the Alif dynasty. I mean, of course, he is still winning the championship here as long as he finishes where he's at. He will. And I have been reiterated here. He will become the champion of CAO Formula College Series if he gets it. I will say for the folks at home, I did call it early last week, but honestly, who was gonna think otherwise? But right now, it looks like Alif, he is struggling on those rear tires out of turn one, and Jordan Johnson is getting away from him. I mean, Lucas, your thoughts as a teammate? I mean, did you see this happening?
I did not. I don't know if Alif overcooked the tires, if he pushed his rears too much, and that's why he's struggling on grip, but this is a very un-Alif mistake here. Or maybe it's just the fact that he's so used to having 10, 12-second gaps that he forgot what it's like to race somebody, to fight somebody in these Formula cars.
Ooh, well said. I mean, it's definitely been easy for him. I'd say an easy ride for him. Most of the races, I mean, clean air, getting in front of people. But as you saw, the moment he's behind them in dirty air. Looks like he's been struggling a little bit, especially in turns one. But let's go on board here with the leave. Let's go on board here with Kel Davidson. All right. Let's go back to Cale Davidson. Right now, Cale Davidson on the attack of Bradley Skinker. So as we saw with Johnson making the pass on a lead, it's about setting it up right here. Out of turn one, through the S's, down into turn five. So right now, Cale Davidson, he has been getting a 10th last lap and before. But right now, can he do it? Can the student driver pass his teammate? Right now, down into turn five, can he do it? Down the straightaway. Not going to get there yet, but he's gonna have a really nice exit here with a strong speed. Looks like Bradley Skinker took it really wide there, but down into down out of turn six, down into turn seven. I mean, Lucas. I mean, if you're in this position right now, what would you do as Bradley Skinker? Would you let your teammate, knowing he's faster, maybe he has better tires, would you keep on defending?
I'm pretty sure that Bradley and Kale are not going to swap positions. They're going to enforce not team orders, but Kale knows that Bradley is fighting for third in the championship. Kale already has second in the championship locked out. So I'm pretty sure that Kale is just going to sit behind Bradley and give him the extra 3 points that he gets from being third instead of fourth.
Well said. I mean, that is an interesting insight, but I don't know if that's going to last long as Kel Davidson behind him out of turns 11, down into turn 12, into the straightaway. He's got it good right now. As right now, we're going to get on board with Toomey passing on the inside of Alexander Diamond down into turn 12, still side by side. Oh, it's Alexander Diamond gets a little bit shunted. I don't think he's going to be happy as Drexel University's alumni student gets passed out of 8th, as Thomas Toomey is going to move up into 8th place. And we don't really see Thomas Toomey up here, so a strong drive for University of Virginia.
Yeah, it's a very unconventional move there for Toomey around the outside of turn 11. I don't see it much, but props to him for making it work and making it stick. But as I say that, they're both on overtake, but Diamond has the slipstream down, around, on the outside, into turn 5, the bus stop. Is Diamond going to be able to make this overtake done? What happens? Toomey gets laid on the brakes. Diamond loses the car. Oh no! He saves it once again. But that's going to completely ruin his battle for P8. And Thomas Toomey is going to keep that position.
I mean, it has been an interesting ride. So right now, I guess we're almost halfway there. Let's go through our CL top 10 right now. Let's go through the field. As right now, Kent State University, Jordan Johnson, I'd say a hiatus. I mean, he's been running the CPC, but Jordan Johnson in first place in front of Muhammad Alif right now as Ball State University in second place. He's been having a strong drive, but looks like he's been losing a 10th every lap ever since that pass from Jordan Johnson. So it looks like the dirty air is not doing him justice. And behind him, with a comfortable 11 seconds behind them, is Cale Davidson passing Bradley Skinker. As Lucas, you were just talking about the point system. I mean, honestly, as I said, I knew Bradley Skinker right now in fourth place. His tires were a little bit shot, and Cale Davidson can only have so much patience here. But behind Bradley Skinker, hopefully he can hold him off for the third place in championship, is Cohen Evans from IUPUI. He's always been in the top 10, on the upper top 10, but right now he is sitting in top 5. So a strong day for Cohen Evans, especially here for our first race. And behind him, another strong driver is Drexel University's Jason Wallet for another strong race here in the top 6, usually in the top 10, but not so often. It's been having a comfortable 4-second lead on the next person behind him, and that is Sorry, my bad. Hold on, Lucas, you're in the booth. Take it away here for 7th on back.
In 7th, we have our lead Clemson car, Hunter Haddesty. He's driving a nice, comfortable race here. He's got Thomas Toomey 2 seconds behind him. I wonder if Thomas is going to be able to make that pass there. He's currently in 8th, driving for University of Virginia. He started all the way back in P18, so he's our biggest mover so far, gaining 10 positions, and he is rapidly closing the gap on Hunter Haddesty. Just behind Toomey, the person he was just fighting with, Alexander Diamond. You've already seen Diamond lose the rear twice into the bus stop, into the 5th corner, so I'm sure his rears are cooked. I'm sure his confidence is a little shattered, and that is why our Robert Morris University driver, Nicholas Patinella, currently in 10th, has closed that gap down to less than half a second onto Alex Diamond. I think we're going to see a move into the 5th here.
And here we're gonna see is Clemson's second driver is Andrew Williams. Unfortunately, he is out of the top 10, but who knows? Someone in the top 10 can absolutely bin it out of 10, turn 10, or through the S's, and Andrew Williams will be relegated up into 10th. But right now, right there is a lone driver with nothing behind them and nothing in front of him, really. As up after him is Aiken Lamar for Howard Community College. I mean, we see Lamar up here in the 10th, top 10, but looks like he's going to be in 12th for now. And behind him, the GOAT, Alan Hong for St. Clair College, or actually the lead St. Clair College for right now, as unfortunately earlier, Athena Leclerc has been the, I believe, out of turn 4. So right now it's Howard Community College, Aiken Lamar, student driver in 12th. I'm so sorry. Alan Hong, the GOAT Alan Hong, St. Clair College, and P13 is up there representing well with Tyler Klingensmith right behind them. As you saw right there, Robert Morris University driver right behind him, the student driver on the prowl. So Alan Hong, the GOAT, can't really get out of there. And after him, of Tyler Klingensmith, is Ben Fiore from Morris College right now in P15. And unfortunately, I will say this, out of that, there's only hold on, sorry, one more car still. Adrian Tubagoic, so our second St. Clair College is still on the track as he should. Adrian, keep putting those lap times. Unfortunately, 3 laps down, but at least he is still there. And that is all of it right now. And just to give an update right now for the folks who missed out, unfortunately, we have 6 drivers who's out of the race. We got Clint Halterman, UNC Charlotte, Christian Hill. After that, we got Mark Turek. Sorry, Andrew Burrow. Oh, right now, Andrew Burrow, Alexander Diamond, I'm sorry. Drexel University has went, oh, he's losing the right rear. What happened? And right now, looks like he had an issue, and he's going to be now out of the race, but he's going to finish on P15 as we're going to get a replay here. Lucas, talk to me. What happened here?
I think it was going into the bus stop here. Did he lose the rears again, but he wasn't able to save it this time? It does the same thing we've seen him do twice before. This time he lost it just too much. Was not able to bring that car back on the track. That's an unfortunate end of the night, or end of this Heat 1, I should say, for the 049 car of Alex Diamond.
I mean, it was a strong save by him because that was right now, as we're looking at the graveyard of Super Formula College cars, they are all out of commission, and unfortunately, the next victim was Alexander Diamond, who saved it spectacularly in the last few laps before, but this time he could not save it for his life. As he's gonna finish out tonight, rounding about in P15. But yes, going through the field, Adrian Tubagoic, that's gonna be in 16th. Unfortunately, no, right now he will be in P15 as long as he stays out and does not hurt the car. Looks like he's gonna possibly go into 15th. We have Halterman, Hill in 17th and 18th. We have Andrew Burrow for Clemson in 19th. 20th, Mark Turek of Pennsylvania College of Technology. Unfortunately, Mark Turek usually has a strong drive, but unfortunately not tonight. Athena Leclerc in St. Clair College, and rounding about in last, of course, unfortunately, Nick Stockner of Clemson University.
Yeah, we've already seen some good battles up and down the field here today, but the man we're riding on board with, or Muhammad Alif, has got that or dropped that gap down to a 1.5 seconds. It looks like, unfortunately, that battle for the lead might be over. However, we turn our attention to P5, Cohen Evans has pulled that gap to Bradley Skinker down to 7/10. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me give you an update on the standings. Currently in 3rd place is Cohen Evans. In 4th place is Bradley Skinker. So if Cohen gets this move done, there is huge championship, what's the word I'm looking for? Huge championship, like, meanings with this move if Cohen can get it done.
I mean, I was gonna say it's gonna be sooner than we expect. As right now, with 6 seconds, sorry, 6 laps left, but in front of him with point 6 seconds ahead, is right now Bradley Skinker. So Cohen Evans has actually been slowly gaining on the Ball State University driver Bradley Skinker because it looks like Bradley keeps hurting those rear tires. We saw a while ago Cale Davidson passed him right now with a 3.4-second lead on Bradley Skinker. So right now Evans is closing in on the gap. Time will tell. Maybe he has the run here out of turn 1. Out of turn 12 and into turn 1. Oh, right now we got a car spun. Right now we have a car who's spun out. That is Ben Fiore out of turn 1. He spun it, and right now he's got the car under control. Oh, never mind. He spun it again. He's going to let the car by. No, not yet. We got cars coming back on the track. Jason Wallace is going to pass by. Thomas Toomey underneath. Hunter Hesse goes by. Oh, that was a close call for Ben Fiore from Maris College, but he's going to get it going. And he's still going to be 14th. But, Lucas, I mean, what do you think of that?
Yeah, unfortunately for Ben Fiore, that's most likely going to be an unsafe rejoin. Give him a 10-second penalty and a strike. But speaking of penalties, just got word from the stewards, car 085 of Christian Hill has gotten a 10-second penalty and a strike for unsafe rejoin and collecting Clint. Very unfortunate day for him so far, but maybe he can turn it all around in Heat 2. Only time will tell. And speaking of time will tell, can Cohen Evans get past Bradley Skinker here? I hope not, but we're going to go down into turn 9, also known as the heel, into the tricky turn 10. Let's hope both these drivers can keep their rear end stable and not spin it. And we might see a move down into turn 5, the bus stop here, once this lap, or once we get there.
Yeah, right now it seems like that's how drivers are doing. They're really setting it up for turn 5. I mean, look, I've never really, I kind of forgot a little bit here, is really how people set up the way that they want with the cars, because when you think about it, it's really, they're setting up a passage to turn 5 all the way from turn 12, right? You got to get a good exit out of turn 12, get as close as you can down into turn 1, still kind of try to outbreak them, and through turns 2, 3, 4, down into 5, that's where you can make a pass. But of course, I did want to mention Jordan Johnson. Looks like he's stealing the thunder. He got fastest lap for the last 2 laps in a row, pulling away for a leaf.
Yeah, it does seem that Jordan might start running away with this race. However, it looks like Hunter Hesse and Jason Wallet are having a nice little battle. Hunter Hesse is going to send it down the inside of turn 7, just entering the boot. He's going to get that move done on Jason Wallet. So that promotes Hunter Hesse to the 6th position and demotes Wallet down to 7th.
Yeah, that Clemson driver of Hunter, man, he's been hunting down for that top 5 because right now only 6 seconds away from Cohen Evans. But who knows? He does have the pace. He passed Jason Wallet really, really quickly in a really technical part. But right now, with 6 seconds, we will see it. But yeah, Lucas, talk to me about the inverted. I talked about the inverted. Oh, wait, hold on. Someone just inverted. Thomas Toomey just inverted his steering, and he went into the inside wall out of turn 10. But right now, somebody on the outside, can he not? He's going to try and drive it back to the pits. I mean, yes, he's turn 11. But he's gonna take up the exit.
Oh,
right
that might be an unsafe rejoin.
Right there, really slow. That was Ben Fiore. He used it up. But right now, right behind him, Aiken Lamar. Wait, that was Andrew Williams. Thomas Toomey is gonna be going into the pits, but now Aiken Lamar, he's gonna be up into 10th. And what does that mean, Lucas? If he's gonna now be in 10th?
Aiken Lamar will now start Heat 2 on pole position of how our invert top 10 works. So basically what that means, 10th place of Heat 1 will start first, 9th will start second, 8th will start third, etc., etc. And the top 10 is basically just inverted for Heat 2 to get us a little more action, to get us a little bit more racing, and to spice up the day in general. And that is huge for Aiken Lamar. because what that means, he was just about to start 11th for Heat 2, but now he gets to start first. That is huge.
I mean, very huge. As right now, we're about to check a replay on what happened here. Unfortunately for Thomas Toomey, as we were talking
Turn
about
10,
inverted
yeah, once
grids,
again.
those tires are inverted out. As you said it, turns 10. It is a tricky corner, especially with the rears slipping out. An unfortunate end for him. But right now, as we saw, just he ate too much there. He looks like he got on the gas a little bit and the car unsettled. But right now, Cohen Evans, 0.3 seconds behind Bradley Skinker. As right now, it is going to be a battle here. Can Cohen Evans make the pass here? As right now, a tenth behind. He's going to look on the inside, on the left side right now. Oh, looked like he backed up, but looks like he went a little bit too wide there. Bradley Skinker nearly lost it through the bus stop, but Cohen Evans had to lift a little bit and not make contact with him. But that's gonna buy Cohen Evans a few more turns to survive here. But I think Cohen Evans not too happy. And yeah, Lucas, I mean, how long do you think he's gonna last it all the way to the end?
Now, I'd like to turn your attention to the overtakes and to the retime. That 16 car of Bradley Skinker is on retime. He cannot use overtake for the next 120 or 100 seconds. However, Cohen Evans is not on retime. He is going to be able to use overtake down through the S's, down into corner 5. We might see a move here since Cohen Evans has overtake and Bradley Skinker does not.
I mean, well put, and that's just another thing that these drivers that they're all just it's all a mind game. It's all about knowing when to use it at the right time. And of course, it's about just knowing your opponent's next attack because it looks like maybe Cohen Evans, while it looks like Bradley Skinker's playing checkers, Cohen Evans is playing chess as right now through the S's. Can he make something up right here? Up into turns 2 and 3, up into 4. Is he going to use his overtake right now? He is not electing to. The draft itself, it is getting him there, but it's just not close enough there as right now Bradley Skinker gets to live another lap.
I wonder if Cohen's made a mistake into Sector 3, losing him a lot of time, so he opted not to use the overtake, save it one more lap. But ladies and gentlemen, look at first, look at second. That gap is under half a second. What the heck?
Oh, that's
Alif
right now,
and Johnson, here we go. Alif has 100 seconds of overtake left.
I'm not surprised. I was about to say Alif usually has. I mean, I remember I had an interview with him. He says he has almost over 180 seconds left into the final lap. But right now, we're gonna go over to Cohen Evans down into turn 9, up into turn 10. It's gonna be final lap. But can we get the leaders right now? I know Cohen Evans
Alif's
is gonna be
the wall.
lap.
No, lost it.
He binned it. That
Exit
overtake.
turn 1.
But hold on, folks. His car is still fine. He's still going to be able to drive it. But right now, 14 seconds behind them, Cale Davidson. He might be able to get second place right now. Cohen Evans, he's going to be on the attack right now. Cale Davidson with 10 seconds. All right, I think Alif's got it. But it looks like Cohen Evans, he has overtake on. Out of turn 1 right now, looks like Bradley Skinker. He has overtake on right there as Cohen Evans trying to gain that momentum here through the S's to turns 2 and 3. Up into 4. He's getting there, folks. Can he make the pass? He's looking on the inside right now. Outside. He's going to try and put his nose there. On the outside, left side right now. Cohen Evans, as they almost make contact, down into turn 5 to the bus stop. And Cohen Evans gets to still have to be behind. Oh, but he's looking to the grass.
Rather close the door on him.
Oh, man. It is getting heated right now. But Lucas, I think he's got in the bag.
Yeah, I don't think there's any more good overtaking spots here for Cohen. I think Bradley is going to secure that 4th position. But I'm just looking at Alif's car. He has no front wing. He's going to be able to keep second, it looks like. I don't think Hill's going to be able to catch him.
I mean,
but tragic ending there for Alif.
He got 5 seconds in that last sector. 3 seconds right now. There he is. Cale Davidson right behind Alif. Alif, can he get him right there? It is the British Grand Prix 2020.
He's going to get him. He's going to
get him. Jordan Johnson is going to get first for Kent State University. Cale Davidson, a remarkable last lap in second, and Muhammad Alif in 3rd place. As right now, the battle still goes on for 4th. As Bradley Skinker, he's going to get 4th place for Ball State. It is a 2-3-4, not a 1-2-3. And with Cohen Evans for IUPUI finishing out in the top 5.
Yes, and that makes our Muhammad Alif, our FC world champion, I think world champion, but congratulations to him. He's now mathematically got that position for Davidson. He's secured that first position to second place Kill Davidson. He's going to be our FC champion.
Yes, and it looks like as bad as it might have looked right there with Aiken Lamar, he's gonna round about for 10th, and honestly, everywhere else it's gonna be definite with Tyler Clingan Smith for Robert Morris University in 11th, Ben Fiora with Marist College in 12th, and everybody else, unfortunately, in the pits as you see it there, as it stands. That's how it's most likely gonna be. But in other news, we can crown ourselves officially. I can say it now with no regrets from here on out. We have the champion of the world in the CIL is going to be yours truly, our Muhammad Alif. He's going to be the CIL Formula College Series driver champion in the 2024 spring semester. I mean, what an incredible season. And with really a penultimate lap race left, he is going to secure that driver's championship. Lucas, how do you feel as a Ball State fanboy?
Yeah, he has had such a dominant season. It feels great he was able to secure it today. I know it's definitely not how he wanted to secure it, getting P3 instead of getting the race win. But things happened. It looks like he spun his rears a little too much on the exit to turn 1. But nonetheless, great season so far for Leaf, and he has won the championship.
Of course. And I mean, honestly, Lucas, you do the introductions because this is your boy here. So go ahead, take it away.
Alif, our Muhammad Alif, how are we doing? FC champion, congrats. That's something I want to talk about. What happened? Was it the overtake? Did it spin your rears? Too much brake horsepower? What happened in the turn 1 there?
Can I check if I actually won the championship?
You did. No, you won it this
I
time.
finished P8. I finished P8.
It's official.
Yeah, because I had 17x because of the crash.
Oh, you got a drive-through?
Yeah.
There's a drive-through. He couldn't start.
I don't
It
know
doesn't matter.
if
He
that-
still gets it.
Call
All
it
you had
out,
to get was
folks.
1 point. All you
Call
had to
it
get
out,
was 1
folks.
point.
Oh,
Hold
really?
on.
Okay.
Hold on,
Oh,
folks.
well.
Call it.
Yeah.
Wait, does he get the point? Wait, you got the point, right?
Yeah. All you had to
Okay.
get was 1 point.
Okay,
No,
folks.
I got P8, so
Call it back in. Muhammad Alif is champion of the world here in CIL. But Lucas, keep going.
Yeah, so take us through it. How has this season been for you? You know, how are you able to dominate so much?
I don't know. It just feels like this car, or is at least in fixed setup trim. It's very nice to drive. I enjoy driving high downforce Formula cars, and I think that's probably why I won the championship. So yeah, super happy with that. Not happy with the race, obviously, but you know, I was sending it. I was like, you know what, this is our only chance to take the win. So yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have a guest appearance, Zach Lindler, our FC director / point supervisor. Lindler, can we confirm Alif is our FC champion?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my duty and my honor to congratulate our Muhammad Alif on his second Formula College World Drivers Championship. Alif, you are the world champion. Congratulations.
Yeah, woo, Alif.
Thank you.
Well done,
Thank you.
Alif.
Yeah,
I
thank
mean,
you.
Thank you, Zach Lindler. That is our FC director, the man, the myth, the legend. I mean, apart from Alif, the man right there, he is the one who puts on this fabulous show. So quick shout out for Zach Lindler. But Alif, I was going to say, Alif, you better look at the graphics here, buddy, because you are looking quite sharp in that photo right there. But yeah, just like what Lucas was saying, I mean, you dominated tonight. Well, you dominated it most of the season. Unfortunately, the way you ended it there, but it's not over yet. You got a second race coming up. You will be starting in well, you said you finished P7.
P8.
P8. So you'll be starting in second row. So that's gonna be a good way to get away from Jordan Johnson. So you gotta have a little bit of a gap there. But I actually want to talk to you about tonight. I mean, we usually see you up front, you know, maybe 10, 15 seconds. But Jordan Johnson, he decided to show up out of hibernation. I mean, how was that battle for you tonight?
Always very fun. Always enjoy having Jordan on the grid just because it means that I have to be on my A game when driving. I think that's why I think qualifying was that tight. I was just trying to push even more to get the cap on him. And then race, I was just trying to save my tires. Yeah, I mean, yeah, race I had just saved my tires, and then at the end I was just catching back up on Jordan. But it was unfortunate. I think Jordan got into a tangle with one of the lap cars, which was very unfortunate. I think if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be as close. But yeah, we'll take it. We'll take the championship win. And yeah, start from P3. Let's see what we can do.
Time for, I mean, oh man, man, that's so humble, bro. You're a very humble person, I gotta say. So, congrats on the championship. And Lucas, you got one last thing to tell him, right?
You got any shout outs? Any people you'd like to shout out, commence this championship to?
Yeah, I'd like to shout out my teammate Lucas Moody.
Let's go.
David
Hey!
and Bradley Stinker as well. The whole road team for all their work and hard work, as well as my oval team. Only got 10 seconds to go. BK Den, D Turner, my family bike Singapore, my sponsors Motorsport Singapore. We got Axel Sports, Next Level Racing.
Yep.
What else? We got Sport Singapore, and yeah, the scale behind me. So thank you very much.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Leaf. Have fun in the
Bye-bye.
second race.
Bye bye.
And that was our Muhammad Ali, champion of the CIL world. I mean, does not get any better saying it. So Lucas, I mean, you must be full of emotions tonight with your teammate clinching that. How are you feeling? Well, that's a big Gatorade bottle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot. Oh, my camera's messed up too. Yeah, it's very, very nice. Leaf has won this championship. Ball State clinched it a couple weeks back. Now Leaf has clinched it. And I have two big updates for you before this second race. Alan Hong, the GOAT, has received a 10-second penalty and a strike. I think he was the car that was blocking Jordan Johnson. But another thing, we talked about that top 10 invert. The person that was supposed to start on pole, Aiken Lamar, has just confirmed he's starting on pit road. So he will not be taking pole position to start the second race. I don't know what happened, if it was a penalty, if it's his own choosing, if he missed the button or something, but Aiken Lamar, who would be our pole sitter for this race normally, will be starting from the pits.
I mean, wow, we had a lot of post-race, mid-race drama here. As right now, we have the drivers revving in neutral, about to go in first. It looks like Alif did not make it as it's lights out, and away we go here for our feature race, our last race tonight of the round 13. Oh, as we go 3 wide right now. Looks like somebody stalled onto the start. Right now, going down into turn 1. We got the leader pulling away nicely with second and third, almost nose to tail, but looks like fourth is making the charge to the S's. Right now, all of them jostling for position, side by side, going to second and going to turns 2 and 3. It looks like they're still fighting it out there, as right now, through out of turns 4, down the straightaway. Right now, it's up ahead, side by side, down into turn 5 for second place as Elite makes it through into turn 1, turns 5, and everybody seems like they're all singling out. But it looks like it's going to be our Muhammad Ali in first. But where is Jordan Johnson? Because right now, the battle is always between him and Jordan. But right now, Jordan passing inside of Jason Wallet up into turn P5, I should say, down out of turn 7 to the toe of turn 8. I mean, Lucas, how many laps do you think you'll get there?
Oh, see, Adrian Tubakovic has put it in the wall at turn 7. That's going to be the end of his night. But yeah, Alif's only mindset right now is to extend that gap as much as possible. Jordan Johnson, starting from 10th, has to fight his way through all the traffic, which includes very difficult cars to pass, like Kale Davidson, like Bradley Skinker, like Andrew Williams, who is a huge oval driver and very big name over at CCS. But Johnson's already made his way up to 4th, so maybe we'll see a battle sooner, a bit sooner than our champion Alif would like to. As you see, Jordan there makes the pass on Andrew Williams for that podium position.
I was gonna say that Kent State driver, he's on the prowl right now, as making it through seemed like he's taking it easily. Remember, he started P10, but he's one of the drivers who got through turns 1. Looks like he had a really strong start. So from P10 to P3, right now, Jordan Johnson, the CIL biggest mover of the day, and right now on the inside, down at a turn out of turn 5 through turn 6. He's gonna go really wide. He's gonna actually cut the grass there, as he's gonna get second from Bradley Skinker. Looks like Skinker, hopefully, Alif, I bet, was hoping that his teammate could hold him up, but Bradley Skinker did not have it in him. Unfortunately, he did not have that dog in him. And Jordan Johnson makes a pass, and up into turn 9, he's gonna be only 2.5 seconds behind. I mean, Lucas, it was sooner than expected.
Yeah, I think Bradley learned from me last week. Tried to fight Jordan off for that second position, trying to give a little barrier for my teammate to leap up ahead. But we saw that ended not so well. So I think Skinker learned from that and was just like, you know what, Jordan, I won't fight you too hard. I know you outpaced me a little bit, so I'll just let you go and hope Leaf can fend for himself.
Yeah, and one thing to note here is Cale Davidson trying to get past is that of Jason Wallet of Drexel University. Jason Wallet looks like he's sitting pretty in fifth. But I was gonna say another thing that Skinker hopefully he learned was his rear tires. One thing that looks like his tire degradation and his tire management was not really on point last race. Can he flip it around? He is in third. He's in that podium position. But right now with Andrew Williams right behind, looks like he's gonna make a move right now. No, he does not. He's gonna stay behind. Take it easy, but whoa, he ate a little bit of the curve there, and he went really wide. And right now behind them, Jason Wallet, he looked like on the inside, but Cale Davidson hunting down to secure that P2. He's gonna send it in into turn 6. Does he do it? Yes, he does. He's gonna try and ride it through the curb, still side by side, up into turn 7. Jason Wallet not giving up, and he does. He's gonna lift off. He does not have overtake. Looks like it would be Cale Davidson top 5 here, folks.
Yeah, Kale gets that move down in the turn 8, as we like to call the toe. And now Kale is going to be attacking the next driver in his path towards P4 and P3. Drew Williams will be the next person Davidson wants to overtake, as that gap is already down to 3/10. Riding on board with Kale right now, you can see how small the distance is between him and Williams. Speaking of a small distance, Halterman, the gap between him and Christian Hill. Now, I know Halterman's not going to be too happy with Christian Hill after what happened Heat 1, but I'm hoping we can keep things civil and, we can see a clean overtake down in the bus stop. And I just remembered that these two have already had beef previously at this track. I'll take you back to CPC week 7 or week 8, I believe. In the Rainy Glen race, Christian Hill and Halterman had an altercation that took both of them out of the race. So these two are starting to get some beef at this track at Watkins Glen, and I want to see if it continues here or if we're going to see a nice clean pass as Christian Hill gets a Patnella this spin! And Halterman stays out of it, luckily.
Christian Hill.
Oh, wow.
Christian Hill,
Hill and Patnella.
He did not hit the wall, so he can get a go. No, he decides
No, he's out.
He's gonna elect it, but someone else also spun out right there. They're still at the end, and they also gonna pit. That was Mark Turek. Looks like Mark Turek. He went into the pits too. Yeah, so I was just about to say Christian Hill was having a perfect day. He started in 18th. Now he's back in 18th. He was up into 9th. And it wasn't that it looked like Clint Halterman was catching up on Christian Hill. Christian Hill actually passed him in the turn before. So it's actually Christian Hill. He was going up through the ranks right now as Hill was there. But as you saw, we're going to see the replay, but I'm going to call this right now. He was just like Icarus. He flew too close to the sun. He ate too much, as it looked like he just took too much of, he sent it in. I feel like maybe Christian Hill, he was getting impatient. He knew that he had the car. He had a top 5, maybe a top 3 car. He didn't want to get held up by traffic. So from 18th to 9th, he was making the pass for 8th. And it hit, you can't nip it in the bud that easily, as unfortunately it's going to be over for Christian Hill.
And that is also going to be really unfortunate, because that'll be not only a second. Oh, it's Cale Davidson gets really loose into the bus stop. Oh, no,
save it, bud. What a
switched his camera. He's going to be really careful rejoining the track here.
Right now, it looks like the cars are still going through. All right, he's going to try and wait.
I don't think he knows which way he's going. He's turned around.
I think he's a little bit lost, but he found the asphalt. He's back on the track. Cale Davidson, unfortunately, found it to P13, and not a good race again. As Cale Davidson, as you said earlier, he is trying to secure P2 in the World Championship.
I believe he already has secured P2. I'm pretty sure he's clinched it, so this race is more just a fun for him. But I will like to say, going back to Christian Hill, he got a strike Heat 1. Most likely going to get a strike Heat 2 for that move into the bus stop. So he's probably going to get a TSQ into suspension. But we also have a note from Zach Lindler, our FC director, that says, and I quote, the bus stop. We have chosen to reintroduce the bus stop. Please keep the zone of death in mind and be smart with your decisions. If you cause a huge crash dive bombing into the chicane, there's a good chance you receive additional disciplinary action. So I'm really interested in to see how Zach Lindler is going to decide basically Christian Hill's fate with that move, as we saw him dive it in a little bit too. Yeah, that is fair. We saw Christian Hill dive a little bit too late onto the brakes. but it probably won't affect him too much because I believe this is first race of the semester. He's kind of like second race of the semester. He's kind of like a guest appearance, a guest star when he shows up, but still unfortunate for Christian.
Yeah, an unfortunate night is gonna end for him as Christian Hill. I mean, we heard it in the drivers chat. I mean, I remember before we saw it in the feed. I mean, he was really confident. He knows he's strong here at Watkins Glen. He's got the pace here. He's like Shane Van Gisbergen when they were racing in Chicago. The man was in his element. He had the car. He had the pace, but unfortunately, he did not have the patience. As Christian Hill, folks, if you're just tuning in, he is unfortunately out of the race. The guest appearance is out for Mount St. Mary College. But right now, as it stands, a Leaf getting fast slap. But remember, when Jordan Johnson passed Bradley Skinker, he was a minute. He was 2 seconds and 2.8 seconds behind. Now the gap less than 1.7 right there, folks. In the back, you can see Jordan Johnson slowly but surely catching up down into turn 5. It's all about attrition. You love to use that word. I mean, you got to know that these drivers are putting it all on the line as Clay Halterman makes a pass, but looks like it's going to be a switcheroo. As right now, behind him is Alexander Diamond side by side with
Toomey
Thomas
and
Toomey.
Diamonds.
As Diamond and Toomey nearly collect it, but Toomey makes the pass into P8. So everywhere you're seeing passing everywhere. I mean, oh my God, I love Watkins Glen.
Yeah, great move there for both those drivers. Toomey did it into the bus stop, turn 5. Clint Halterman elected before the bus stop, turn 4. The flat out S, he was able to go down the inside, get the move done. So now we have Clint promoted to P6 and Toomey promoted to P8. I wonder if Toomey is going to be able to chase down Cohen Evans. We get a 3-way fight for 6th here, or maybe Clint Halterman looks like it is catching Jason Wallet for 5th. We're going to get some very spicy battles towards the end of this race, and look at this train that's starting to form down from P4 Drew Williams all the way down to 7th Cohen Evans, and Toomey and Diamond are only going to quickly approach that pack. We're going to see some really good racing here for that 4th position by the race end.
Yeah, I mean, it is going to be interesting right now as the field seems to be, it seems to be we're in a calm, the calm before the storm. As right now, everybody nearly less than a second apart, but still going to be a really close battle here, especially for P1 and 2. So right now, let's go on board here. Give a little screen time to our World Drivers Champion here, or the CIL Champion driver, Muhammad Ali. So we're going to go on board here. Don't go anywhere, as tonight we are about to witness maybe a historic night yet again, as to every night here at the CIL, it is always amazing. So don't go anywhere. Hit that subscribe button. Leave that like button. We'll be right back. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the CIL round 13 at Watkins Glen here for the as the whoa. So Leaf nearly loses it out of turn 10. But welcome back to the CIL Formula College Series. As right now, folks, the battle is getting on. Jordan Johnson, less than a second right now, as Jordan Johnson caught on right before when we went to commercial break. We were only 8 tenths. I'm second and eighth. 1.8 behind. But let's go through the field right now before Jordan Johnson makes the pass quickly here. Leaf, our leader right now in front. You see it in front of here. The Ball State University, the Dynasty. Can he pull it off here again with another win? Time will only tell. As right behind them, as you see, folks, right there, Jordan Johnson, Kent State driver. Can he do it? Can he pull off another win? He won last race in the last feature. The race before, and he just made up 4 tenths. Folks, I mean, I think the bus stop in turn 5 is his asset. I think that's where he really picks up a lot of time there. Behind him is a Leafs teammate who he wished he held up more of Johnson, is Bradley Skinker. And honestly, what a drive. I mean, it's only 11 laps in, but he's been really holding up, especially those rear tires. He's been holding off Andrew Williams in 4th place of Clemson University. So strong day for Bradley Skinker. And as I mentioned, Andrew Williams, another strong performance here. Hopefully he can outdo his last one, as right now in P4. Can he hold on for Clemson? P4. As right now, it's Clint Holtzman behind him for UNC Charlotte. Can he also fend off for the top 5? Because right now he is trying to get past Williams, as we saw Clint Holtzman starting out from 10th and moving up.
Yeah, and then just after him is Jason Wallet, 2.2 seconds behind for Drexel University. Had a pretty decent race. He won, but is now under attack from our 7th place driver, Cohen Evans, who looks to be on overtake. I think he's going to try to make a move down to the bus stop, so I'm going to finish this grid before that happens so we can see that. In P8, just behind them, hoping these two crash, is Thomas Toomey, because if they crash, Toomey gets both those places. He gets P5 and P6. Oh, and here, it looks like Drew Williams is going to make a move on a Bradley Skinker into the bus stop as well. We're going to see 2 moves in the same corner. Williams squeezes Skinker and they crash! Oh, no! You guys didn't see it live. I saw my iRacing, but Skinker and Williams are out. Oh, no.
And it looks
Shocking
like
race.
Bradley Skinker for Ball State is out of the race. And Andrew Williams at iRacing is going to have championship implications. Because, folks, right now, who gets moved up into the points? Cale Davidson is in 9th, and Andrew Burrow moves up into 10th place.
This is huge championship implications. This is not what these drivers wanted to see. Both of them being out of this race now. Drew Williams and Bradley Skinker are going to have to retire their cars. But just behind that, that promotes Evans up into 5th, who's now on the prowl for Jason Watt. Wasn't able to get the move done into the bus stop. Just behind him, Thomas Toomey is now 4 tenths behind. And then Andrew Williams' teammate Hunter Haddisty in 7th. Ben Fiore in 8th. Cale Davison, Bradley's teammate, in 9th, and rounding out our top 10 is another Clemson driver of Andrew Burrell. And it looks like Cale Davison has got that gap down to Ben Fiore pretty low, and we might see a move down 4 into 5 of Cale Davison onto Ben Fiore. Let's see how that turns out.
I mean, right now, it looks like Cale Davidson. Oh, wait, but right now, Cohen Evans. Ooh, right behind them is Jason Waller. Look on the inside to turns 3. We don't see that move happen right now, as it looks like they're still making it wide. Can we see a 3 wide, folks? Right now, Thomas Toomey passes Cohen Evans, but Cohen Evans trying to shut the door on Jason Waller. Jason Waller has to back out there a little bit there. I don't know. That looked a little bit dirty as Thomas Toomey moves up into 4th. Jason Waller in 6th. It looks like he's not going to get anywhere. He was making a move to turns 2 and 3 on the outside of all places. Unconventional. But we saw it made it work. But Cohen Evans from IUPUI looks like he's going to hold off. It's a 5th. He loses 4th, but 5th with Clint Holtzman moving up into 3rd.
And now we can see the replay of Bradley Skinker and Andrew Williams. See what happened into the bus stop. Let's see. This is a very sketchy place to overtake. Williams goes around the outside. It looks like Williams lost it on the curb, maybe, or maybe there was contact before. I'm not too sure what happened. Let's take another look at that. Let's see. So Williams elects to go to the outside. I wonder, did he get squeezed or did he lose it by himself? Yeah, it looks like Williams lost it by himself and clicked to Skinker. I don't see any contact before Williams lost it. I'm I'm curious to see what the stewards can decide here. Maybe netcode. Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
netcode.
netcode.
We know netcode after this rain update. Netcode has been really, really bad recently. But
Especially with the
that's
open wheel.
unfortunate.
Especially with the open wheels, right?
Especially with the open wheels, exactly.
I mean, netcode has been a big thing. But yeah, speaking of open wheels, let's got a open battle for first places right now. Jordan Johnson, 5/10 away, less than 5/10. He's not even using overtake. It's using that draft down into turn 9 here, up through turn 10. I mean, remember, it's all about setting it up. These couple of corners is what is going to happen to turn 5, up into turn 10. Let's see if Johnson gets a good exit there, using up all the curb. He gets a little bit squirrely there, down into turn 11, through here to turns 12 to go into the front straightaway here to the start finish line. Can he do something? Right now, he did lose a lot of time out of turn 10 with 6 tenths left between him. It's right now. It's only right now we have a lot of drivers out, and we will let you guys know who it is. But right now the battle for first is raging on with only 12 cars on the lead lap on the track. But the goat Alan Hong still alive in 12th, so that's good to see for St. Clair College right there. He has a little bit of damage on the right front, but he's still vibing, and he is gonna have another great start, another great finish right now. As let's talk about the people who are out. Looks like Andrew Williams for Clemson University is out. Bradley Skinker for Ball State University at 14th. 15th is Alexander Diamond for Drexel University. 16th is going to be Nick Stockner of Clemson University. Nicholas Patinella for Robert Morris University. And then 18th is going to be Christian Hill, who unfortunate, and for Mount St. Mary's University. Followed by Mark Turek in P19 for Pennsylvania College of Technology. P20, Tyler Klingensmith for Robert Morris University. And unfortunate, another ending for Athena Claire's too short for St. Clair College. And lastly, in 22nd is Adrian Tibigo, her teammate, unfortunately also out in 22nd. But Lucas, talk to me. That lead right now with a Leaf, he's been holding it on ever since. Looks like turns 10. Jordan Johnson getting a little bit loose. Could it be that dirty air that's hurting him a lot, staying behind them?
Yeah, I think maybe dirty air, maybe he cooked the tires, maybe he's saving overtake. But we know that a Leaf also likes to save overtake, so I don't know. Maybe he's got a draft here. Watkins Glen is known for its drafting track, so we should start to catch him pretty quickly now that he's got that gap down to less than half a second. But this is gonna be a good battle we're gonna see, I think.
I mean, I'm gonna repeat what the production team said because I also agree here. They're probably gonna, I'm gonna say it. They're gonna probably wreck out and probably gonna use reverse psychology here so that I don't give a commentator's curse. So I'm gonna say it blatantly. Johnson and a Leaf, they might make contact soon enough, especially to turns 5, as we saw a bunch of people spun it out there having contact. Lucas, what do you think?
Um, sorry, just a little bit of mixed signals there from production once again. But yeah, I hope they don't crash. I'd love to see a good battle between these two titans. One, the Titan of FC taking on the Titan of CPC. I would love to see a great battle. And we do have an update on the Lap 12 incident. Stewards have decided netcode incident, no penalties will be assigned. I think that's a very fair understanding. I believe both the drivers gave the room, and it was iRacing itself that caused those drivers' night to end. So very unfortunate for them. But as we now see, Jason Wallet and Hunter Haddisty are closing on to Cohen Evans, who has fallen off of Thomas Toomey. So we might also get to see a really good battle here for 5th, or between 5th, 6th, and 7th, as there are 3 drivers looking very quick here.
Yeah, and one thing to notice right now is Hunter Hasty is gonna be, yeah, right now we have a trail here. Looks like a train really between 4th and 7th. There's really less than a 3 second gap, I should say, between 4th, 5th, and 6th and 7th place. So right now it looks like it is a whole train ride with, it looks like Thomas Toomey leading the way in front of Cohen Evans, Jason Wallet, and Hunter Hasty. But right now, Jordan Johnson closing the gap ever closer with less than a 1/5 of a second. He gets a better exit out of turn 9. Up into turn 10, Jordan Johnson loses a lot of time here in turn 10. As you see those rear tires losing it there. he has not a bad exit. Not really, not bad. As right at the turns 11, down into turn 12, into the straight finish line, start finish line. What can he do? Oh, as he kisses the wall, so close, so close. But Jordan Johnson still 0.4 seconds left. Can he do it? Down into turn 1. We have 7 laps left, folks. I'm sorry, 8 laps left. And Jordan Johnson with the fast lap right now. He's on overtake, folks. He has 130 seconds overtake right now through the S's of turns 2 and 3. Oh, as a Leaf, he's going to respond with an overtake, but it's going to be too late as Jordan Johnson is going to get there. Side by side, door, bumper, clear. Jordan Johnson, he's going to send it in to turns 5 to the bus stop, and he's going to win. He's going to win the battle for now as we're going to have a lead change. We're going to have a new leader, well, existing new leader as Jordan Johnson moves up into first.
Yeah, I don't think Leaf wanted to fight that too hard. Leaf knew that Jordan Johnson put on his overtake, so Leaf knew that, okay, I'll let him win this battle, but Leaf's like, I'm going to win the war. So he's going to save his tires, save his overtake, and try to make a last lap attack. Let's see if he can do it.
Now, I wanted to say, I mean, you saw what you saw and I saw up into turn through the S's. Right now, we're on board here with Hunter Hassey of Clemson University trying to chase down Drexel University, Jason Wallet. We saw that Leaf, I think his mistake there in order to defend, and correct me if I'm wrong, he didn't get on the overtake in time. We saw him turn it on through the middle of turn 4, but Johnson, I bet he already had like around, I'd say 5 miles per hour faster it looks like Hunter Hassey nearly went into Jason Waller, just like George Russell into Fernando Alonso in the Australian Grand Prix, but looks like instead of spinning it out like George Russell, Hunter had it safe and clean and gets to live another corner.
Yeah, I think you're right, Edward. I think that Jordan threw on the overtake, and Leaf saw that, and Leaf's like, oh crap, I gotta throw it on too. But once that happened, it was just too late, ladies and gentlemen, and Jordan got the position. However, not to fright, we might still have a battle on our hands for a Leaf. It's keeping that gap under half a second. He's staying within that toe.
Right now,
here we go, Cohen Evans.
Right now on the outside of Thomas Toomey, looks like he's going to finally make the pass for fourth. That's been happening for a couple laps. And it looks like it's like as if stealing candy from a baby as Cohen Evans for IUPUI gets to move up into fourth. Oh, but a little bit squirrely there as Hunter Hassey hunting down Jason Wallet. So close yet so far. He's still in P7, but soon enough, just like the move of Cohen Evans on Thomas Toomey, Hunter's going to make that move on. He's going to make him now. Down into turn 6. He's going to look on the inside. Jason Wallet is going to take a wider exit. He's still going to have it. A switcheroo maybe as Hunter Hassey. He's going to look on the inside of turn 8. Down out of into the toe. Oh, but he's going to lose a lot of time as Jason Wallet goes wide. He's going to go a little bit of landscaping. He saves the car, but unfortunately moves out into P7, and Hunter gets P6.
And that now releases Hunter Haddesty to see if he can attack P5 and P4, see if he can take advantage of Cohen and Thomas battling, and maybe Hunter might be able to snag a nice little P4 here.
I mean, time will tell. I mean, right now, Jason Wallet struggling with those tires. If only he can hold on. But right now, with a 6-second lead on Cale Davidson, I mean, if Jason Wallet can hold it on for another 6 laps, he can easily get top 7 here. As right now, he's going to go in the overtake here. He's going to do something here. Do turns 1 and 2 and 3 to the S's. He doesn't have much. He has 30 seconds. But look at the gap closing. He is getting there as Hunter. He does not have the overtake on right now. It looks like Jason Wall is going to look on the outs on the left side. Through turns 5. He's going to go side by side. He's going to, but looks like he's going to check up. I think he did check up there. He lifted, and I think he went slower than I anticipated through turns 5.
Yeah, that's the hard part about the corner of the bus stop. It is very, very hard to safely get 2 cars around there. So what I think Jason did is he knows that he has to basically kill his momentum to keep it on the outside there, and he killed his momentum enough to not hit Hunter, but he didn't, but he killed it just too much to stay in the battle with him.
And so right now, with 5 laps to go, we're going to stay on board here with Thomas Toomey. We're going to be here as it looks like he's going to get closer, but Cohen Evans still, as they pass the start-finish line, can he do something? Remember, folks, setting up turns 1, as right now, Leaf is gonna be charging. Oh, we got a lot of traffic up ahead. The GOAT, Alan Hong. Can he do something as Alan Hong goes off track, nearly wipes out the leaders? Oh, as we nearly saw in Abu Dhabi Grand Prix 2021, Nicholas Latifi hitting the wall and Hamilton
You mean
losing
Cohen?
it. But right now, Cohen Evans makes the pass, tried to, but Thomas Toomey sends it into turn 5 on the inside. Once again, as I said, the preferred line on the inside. So Cohen Evans, he's going to be back into 5th.
Yeah, these two are swapping positions here. Thomas overtook Cohen Evans like 10 laps ago. Then Cohen got him back, and just now you see Thomas Toomey gets that 4th position back from Cohen Evans. And if I'm Clint Halterman, I'm thinking, oh, this is amazing. I just get this easy podium. I got 9 seconds, the gap behind me. I got 19 seconds, the gap ahead of me. He's in no man's land, but he is going to have, hopefully, if I don't jinx him, a nice easy P3 and a nice alumni win.
You're not exactly wrong. Yeah. UNC Charlotte, Clint Halterman, he's having the drive of his life. I mean, it's going to go smooth sailing from here. The alumni driver, I think he's going to get the alumni win here. If nothing goes wrong here, I think it's all going to be set smooth sailing.
Yeah,
As right now, let's see. Right now, it's Thomas Toomey still battling out with 3rd, but right now it is a battle. Alif in 2nd place still. He is closing the gap down into turn 5. He was almost less than a 10th of a second behind Jordan Johnson. So right now, can Jordan Johnson looks like he's having a better sector here through the boot, through the toe and the heel. Can Alif get to him? He has 4 laps to go. Coming around 3 laps to go. I mean, at this point, Lucas, what are you thinking in the mind of a driver like Alif right here?
He wants this win. Let me tell you right now, Edward, he wants this win more than anything in the world. To beat his main rival on the day he gets crowned the FC Season 10 champion. He wants this win more than anything, and I think he's going to push for it. He's going to fight for it. And in the end, he may or may not get it, but he will leave everything on the table to try and get that win.
Yeah, and I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see how long this is going to last. But of course, the argument is there. I mean, someone in the chat could be, I think I saw about that, you know, as Alif winning the championship, but Jordan Johnson, I mean, the show of dominance the man has, but Alif, never mind, he's right there, but not close enough yet through the bus stop at turn 5. But one can only say Cohen Evans setting it up here, maybe hopefully getting it past to turn 5. He's gonna have to. He unfortunately was on the inside there going to the corner, so he did not have a good exit like Thomas Toomey. But here through the S's, let's see, can he get him? Turns 2 and 3. He does not have push to overtake. Right now, as you see the purple flashing on the digital dash, he's not gonna get there. Can he do? Yes, he's gonna go on the inside right here as Thomas Toomey. He's gonna send it in again on the inside of turn 5, and once again gets to live another couple of corners. But the argument is there: was Alif the true championship? Because if Jordan Johnson has this performance, what if Jordan Johnson was here from the beginning?
I mean, the thing is, if you don't show up, you don't show up to get the points. I mean, to be champion in these road leagues, you have to show up to every race, put in the time, put in the effort, and consistently score points. This isn't like CCS where you can just win that race, meet your minimum quota of 7, and then do anything you want for the rest of the season. You have to show up and get those points consistently, or you won't be crowned the champion.
You're exactly right. Unlike the FlexWare Cup Series, there are requirements and what 2 to go, the leader 2 to go. But I mean, it's like you said, right? No one can just walk in here and get a win. But honestly, that's what Jordan Johnson's doing right now. He is putting on a clinic right now as he just defended once again as Alif is throwing that car around. Like you said, he wants that first place. But if Jordan Johnson pulls off here as he's been putting on a clinic so far with 112 seconds left for Alif, well, I mean, Lucas, I mean, as a Ball State fanatic here, I would love to see him win, but Jordan Johnson is holding him off here spectacularly as Cohen Evans makes the pass on Thomas Toomey.
Yeah, we see they swap positions once again with 2 to go. Toomey's going to have one more chance to get that 4th place back. It's going to come down to the wire. We might see some tangling. We got 2 huge races going on here. The battle for 1st and the battle for 4th are both going to come down to the wire. And Clint, just chilling there, just thinking, you know what?
Nothing
I'm
bad
happy.
can happen.
I'm happy, you know? I'm happy. That's what I'm thinking right now. And a leap is going to be an overtake for the entire rest of this lap as he gets a lot of oversteer.
But hopefully he
That's
does
the
not
exact
spin
spot
it.
he spun it last time.
I was just about
One
to say.
overtake, so
Hopefully
I don't know.
hopefully he didn't overshoot it. But right now, last attempt right here, last lap,
I don't
last
think he
shot.
has it. He doesn't have it. Oh
Let's
no.
see right now with the leaf trying to charge right there. He's not going to get to turns 5. But remember, folks, we got a couple of seconds left. As right now, it could be said it's over and done, but you never know what's going to happen.
But what
As
about the battle
Elif,
for fourth?
he is using it all up. A leaf going all the way around as Jason Wallet of Drexel University retires. And the Go Alan Hogg is also out. So it looks like, folks, our top 10 as it stands is confirmed. It is a points-paying race for anybody in the race. As Thomas Toomey on the outside. Looks like he's going to go side by side. Oh, as Cohen Evans on the inside. He's going to go off. And looks like Thomas Toomey, he's going to get 4th place. And he might be able to secure 4th. As right now, running about top 10. It's going to be, sorry, out of turn 10. Jordan Johnson. Folks, I mean, a Kent State University driver. Really, he's going to take it. Both wins. He's been absent most of the series. But he's going to win it here for the CL round 13 at Watkins Glen. With behind him, a leaf in 2nd place. But Clint Halterman, nothing bad ever happens to Clint Halterman for UNC Charlotte with a 22-second, I mean, honestly, a commentator's curse could never right here. Like, yeah, imagine he just hits the wall, but he does not. As right now, Clint Halterman for UNC Charlotte rounds about 3rd place right there for the podium and the alumni winner for tonight, with Thomas Toomey rounding about for University of Virginia. You don't see Thomas Toomey out here up front that much, so a really strong drive for him, and behind him, Cohen Evans for IUPUI.
Yeah, strong race from all of these drivers. I mean, it's just been such a pleasure to watch as we're going to see Hunter Haddisty take home 6th. Caleb Davidson, unfortunate night for him, takes home 7th. And Ben Fiore, who we saw in the back of the pack that Heat 1 was going to secure 8th. In the second heat, Aiken Lamar will come home to secure 9th position. And rounding up our final 10 will be Andrew Burrell for Clemson University to get that last point.
And as we see with Andrew Burrow and with everybody else is in the pits, that means that's it. Really, the only people on the track were the only people that were getting points tonight. So it is very, very interesting how it ended all out. But Watkins Glen, man. Watkins Glen, it doesn't disappoint. Hold on, I just got the water bottle from the camera. Watkins Glen never disappoints. I mean, you saw Rainy Glen, right, with the CPC, the Go Alan Hogg finishing in the top 5. I mean, anything goes here. Well, Lucas, we already know he won the championship. But tonight, what happened? What happened? I always say, who needs Hamilton? Who needs Verstappen when we got a leaf? But Jordan Johnson put on a clinic tonight. I mean, come on. Where's the what's the word here? Damage control. I mean,
it just seemed like Jordan had the pace tonight. I don't think Alif expected this last minute show up from Jordan. I don't think Alif prepared as much as he should have been. And because of that, Jordan was able to outpace him in the race, and he was able to get the win on both the heats tonight.
Yeah, I mean, what a drive he did. But of course, it is one thing to note is that no matter what, it seems like we already got crowned ourselves champion of the world here in the CIL, and that is, of course, Muhammad Ali. But Lucas, I mean, let me ask you this: after everything that happened here at the Glen tonight, I mean, were you left unsatisfied? Like, are these viewers that they shouldn't be? Because I bet they're really, really ecstatic from what happened and should subscribe and hit that like button.
I think that if you aren't subscribed already, you already haven't hit the like button, then what are you thinking? Come on, we love everybody watching. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Special plays, special teams, special players. Tuesday, boys. But I wish we would have seen a little bit more fighting for the first position, but it's just so hard to stick it too wide into the bus stop that most of the drivers were being smart, backing out, taking it one wide. And a couple times we did see drivers go too wide. There was net code. We had drivers spinning out doing that. So unfortunately, we didn't see any too wide battles in the bus stop, but we still got great battles up and down the field.
That is right, my brother. I mean, it is going to be an interesting. This is going to be an interesting final interview here. Hopefully, not the last. We'll see with Jordan Johnson. As right now, let's get our alumni winner of tonight into the booth. Clint Halterman of UNC Charlotte, our alumni winner for tonight, and our P3 overall in the podium is here tonight in the booth. Clint, been a while since I saw you here. How are you feeling tonight, and especially after that strong drive in that last race?
I feel good. I'm a bit sweaty, but not as much as last weekend's Zandvoort probably, because even though I was pushing hard, even though I was pushing hard that race, I didn't really. Once I I don't know what happened between Andrew and Bradley Skinker, but they kind of just took each other out for third, and I kind of after that I was just kind of by myself. So yeah, it was a good race. I feel like I could have got a podium in the first race as well. I felt really fast in that race, but unfortunately I just kind of guessed wrong where Christian was going there. His car, once we wreck, the wheels just like and they come off the car, there's no friction anymore, so the car just gotta kind of slide. So unfortunately I just guessed the wrong path for that, got involved in that, but it happens. But I'm happy to have that good result in the second race.
So we've seen it twice now here at Watkins Glen. You and Christian colliding. Is there any beef between you two? Give us the tea. You know, are you guys friends? You guys talking it out? Like, what's happening there?
Oh man, no, there's no beef.
Okay, good.
It's just the first incident. It was in the rain, 3 days after rain was released, and the GTPs, which are just broken in the rain, I think, just don't have. I don't know. So it's just I don't blame him for that. And then the second wreck, I mean, it's an easy mistake to make out of that little, I don't know, corner that is, but coming out of the boot, it's such an easy mistake in every single car at this track to make. I've made that mistake 1,000 times. So yeah, it's just a simple mistake there, and just unfortunately, like I said, especially in these cars, once the wheels come off, the car just keeps sliding. So yeah, I was hoping he'd stay farther to the left there, and I just guessed to the right, and I almost made it squeeze through, but then his wheel was on the tether, and it hit my left front wheel, and then that's what broke my wheel off. I was actually lucky to phase through part of his car before that, but no, there's no beef. Just what happens racing at this track. Yeah, we're all good.
Well, congratulations tonight on being the alumni winner. And lastly, before we let you go, any shout outs, bud, to commemorate this great win?
Yeah, I was just gonna shout my friends who was watching with me, Benet and Jared and Dylan, and also shout out the Orange Wheel Racing guys, even though Christian took me out, but no, we're all good there. And Andrew helped me get a podium by I don't know if. Well, no, I don't want to say he helped me because I don't know what happened between him and Bradley, but he got in a wreck there, unfortunately. But it helped me out, so that's cool. And I just want to shout y'all for putting on a great race.
Well, thank you so much, Clint. Congrats on the podium. Congrats on the alumni win, and I will see you Monday for the cup race.
All right, thank you guys.
And that was our third place finisher, Clint Halterman, our UNC Charlotte alumni winner for tonight. And up next, what do we got? We got a lead for P2 for tonight's race, and our drivers championship for the CIL. So let's go over and take him in the booth. And Lucas, take us away.
Hello.
Alif, how's it going? Welcome back to the booth. Got second. You couldn't get Johnson. What was your strategy today? Because it looked like you had a little bit more pace than you. What was your strategy to try to get those wins?
I don't know, save the tires. I think that was the main strat. Yeah, the tires kind of washed out at the end, but it is what it is. Operating on I think Lucas kind of knows this, is operating on 3 hours of sleep and no practice beforehand. It's not ideal, but yeah, it was a good fight, I think.
And I'm gonna tell you what you tell me. No excuses.
I know.
So, I know I'm just playing with you up in here in the booth. Alif and I are good friends. Don't worry. Edward, you can take the second one.
I was just about to say, I mean, it is going to be one interesting final race for next season, as it is going to be already you're in the championship, or you already are the championship. But as right now we just see in the background is our lovely Lucas. So I mean, just to quickly say, I mean, you're gonna be here next week, right? So it's gonna be interesting to see if Jordan Johnson shows up and maybe find the battle, because I was messing around here with Lucas Moody, but I mean, a lot of people are now thinking kind of you winning the championship but losing to Jordan Johnson. So if Jordan Johnson was here all season long, how close could have this battle been?
I would have still beaten him. The first 5 rounds kind of proved that. I mean, you go and look at the results.
Okay.
If I actually put in a bit of time, I would have still beaten him in equal cast. So
Oh,
I wouldn't have
ding,
changed
ding.
anything. I feel. So it was on him for not showing up the previous few races, and yeah.
You're exactly right. That's exactly what Lucas said when I put him that question, because he said the same thing. If you don't show up, you don't show up, and I agree too.
Yeah.
So well said. I mean, we'll see if he takes on a full season next time. But yeah, thank you so much for coming by. And I was gonna say a quick shout out that you want to give out before we let you go.
I think to all the commentary, I already gave full shout out to my team, the commentary team and the whole CIL, especially to Zach Lindler for all his help and support with the FC series. I think big shout out to him. So yeah, big thanks, and nah, yeah, it's always good fun with Zach. So yeah, really thankful for all his help and hard work. So yeah, we're gonna definitely miss him.
And we will. So, of course, thank you so much for participating in tonight. And, of course, putting on a clinic. I mean, Johnson put on a clinic tonight on you, but we'll see what happens next week. So, congratulations on the P2, but congratulations overall on being the champion. For Ball State University Cardinals, our Muhammad Alif is our CAL Season 2 Formula College World Driver Champion.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for tuning in for that. For Alif, thank you so much. And we're going to move on to our first place driver, the winner of tonight, the wild card, the upsetter, the Ball State Driller? Destroyer, the Ball State Wall Destroyer. Man, I think Lucas he's not happy right now. Unfortunately, Lucas, we're going to have to stay unbiased here, bud. So let's get him in the booth. Jordan Johnson. Welcome to the booth. I am so honored for you to come back here. It's been a while since you joined us. I know that you do the CPC, but it's always good to see drivers from other series come out and find success in other racing, especially here in the CIO Formula Cars series. So, I mean, I wanted to ask, bud, you were fighting it out, duking it out there in that final race. You went from P10 to P1, and you were just going through the field and making the craziest dives. Tell me, how did it feel to not only catch up and fend off our champion driver of the series?
It's very, very, very stressful. I was running my stream the whole time, and as soon as I got through the pack, or as soon as we finished lap 1, I was like, all right, we need to get through. Saw the gap was only 2.6 seconds, and I was like, all right, well, we gotta go for it, right? It's the last race of the season, so really, what else can I do other than leave it all out on the racetrack? And I knew there was a couple quarters that I was gaining time on. I knew I could really push it, and I honestly drove probably one of my most flawless races of the year. I'm kind of impressed myself because I don't feel like I left much out on the table other than maybe some tire management.
Yeah,
So Jordan, we know that you've had unfortunately missed a lot of races this season. If you were able to make those, do you think you could have been a championship contender against the dominant Muhammad Alif?
And I said you could have. I'm just saying. Go ahead. Let's see what let's see your answer, bud.
Without a question, I think I could have easily ran a good battle against the Leaf. Not saying I would have won or lost, but I would have definitely been fighting against the Leaf every week, whether it was I was in front or he was in front. I mean, we've seen it before. We've seen our other fixed series and how close we are on pace every week. And I ended up having a bit more of a pace advantage this week. I mean, Watkins is probably one of my favorite tracks in iRacing, my favorite tracks to drive, and probably one of my best tracks. So I think things were a little bit skewed in my favor, but I think if I was here for the whole season, it would have been a really good championship battle. But I had other commitments with some other series, and so I wasn't able to kind of put everything together here. But I definitely would have enjoyed kind of being here for every round.
10 and 4.
We'll have to see. I think that more heavily depends on my schedule and what I can do rather than if I want to do it or not. Because the racing against the Leaf especially was fantastic, and occasionally when I would get races with some of the other Ball State drivers and they're up top. But yeah, I have to be a thorn in the side of the Great Wall of Ball. So.
And I do have one more question. Hold up. So
Go
this
ahead,
is,
Lucas.
I would like to say I'm not trying to start beef. This is directly from my mom. So Jordan, my mom has a question from you. I don't agree with this. I will take fault for last week. But my mom has asked why you didn't give me the space last week. I disagree with her. But that's a question from my mom to you. I take fault for the incident last week. I'm sorry that happened, but my mom did want to ask you a question. You'll have to answer if you don't want to.
Well, we have this really funny spotter guy. He's Australian. I still don't really know his name. I just call him Jeff, but he said I was clear inside.
Yeah, that's a fair point. That's 100%
so I turned in.
100% why it's my fault. Something zone of death, as Zach Linder would say.
Well,
Vortex of danger.
Well, Jordan, I wanted to say quickly, I mean, cunning response, yet very humble response. So, very much so respect to you on that. And of course, I mean, you saw how close the battle was, how you put up a clinic there, but also how entertaining it was. So all I'm saying is, you know, if you go full season here with him going against a Leaf, I mean, I think it's a 2021 Hamilton versus Verstappen. I could see the headlines. Johnson versus a Leaf. All I'm saying is, you could add a little bit more here for CIL, but of course, it's still a pleasure to have you here to be racing with us. And with that, of course, give us your shoutouts, man. You deserve it.
Yeah, of course I have to thank my team Apex Racing Academy, and without them I wouldn't be anywhere near where I am now, at least at the pace that I've picked up in the past couple months. Of course, all of our sponsors and partners, SDK, of course the main team, ART, Stormforce Gaming, Computer PC Systems, and BRS, just for everything that they give us, all the support they give us. Really helps out with them supporting us on the backside of things, and really just go out, focus on racing, and do what we do best.
Time for thank you, brother, and we'll see you again hopefully soon enough here in the booth. If you do decide to come back soon enough, and enjoy the win, enjoy the victory. I mean, enjoy the lockout. 2 wins here tonight. So congratulations to you, and congratulations to Kansas State University.
Thank you.
Congrats, Jordan. I'll see you.
And that was our race winner, our tonight's big winner, Jordan Johnson for Kansas State University. Lucas, I mean, I'm done with all the. I was gonna say, I'm done with talking much of the night. I am getting tired. So if you can please do the grid for me, I would really appreciate it.
I will definitely. Don't worry. And while our production person Keith is pulling this up, we'd like to give one last shout out to our production person who does everything behind the scenes for a lot of these races, Keith Brubaker. This is going to be our last race with him for a while, unfortunately. He's finding a job elsewhere. It's sad to see you go, Keith, but thank you for all the hard work you've done thus far.
And I want to add upon that too, Keith, buddy. I know he's seething right now because he doesn't know this was gonna happen. But Keith, buddy, before we go into the grid, I wanted to say a big shout out. He is our producer for tonight. He is the guy who makes sure that this stream is being smoothly streamed to your living room, to your smartphone, to your desktop devices. Anywhere you're watching this right now is all on Keith, the man, the myth, the legend. This man is what keeps the lights on for the show. Literally, he is the one turning on the lights of the show. And he's the one that puts on these amazing graphics, making all these cool little things like down there. Follow me down there below. And also Lucas Booty as well, over there. And of course, it cannot be said that he does phenomenal. He's really been an amazing person to work with, week in, week out. It's been an honor, really, and a pleasure, Keith, to be working with you. and to be commentating with you. It's always it's we never really had a rough day. It's always been a smooth day, and when there's issues, we always work around it. And if truly, I hope the best for your future endeavors in your career, and the replays were phenomenal, especially. So but with that, before I start crying, let's start with the grids. Lucas, go ahead, take us away.
Here we go. Winning tonight's race from Kent State University, Jordan Johnson, who fought off second place, Muhammad Ali from both states. And just behind him, rounding off our podium with the alumni win, Clint Hodgman from UNC Charlotte. And just behind that, from the University of Virginia, second place alumni in fourth overall is Thomas Toomey. And another Indiana native, IUPUI, Cohen Heavens, will round out our top 5.
And rounding about our next top 10 is going to be Clemson University's Hunter Hasty, the lead driver for Clemson University for tonight, with Ball State number 2 driver Kill Davidson finishing in 7th. What a race, what a comeback, what a result here. But with Kill Davidson, I believe now securing second place for the Drivers' Championship. I pulled a Dave Crofty.
It's Crofty Russell all over again. Everyone knows the race.
And and Ben Fiore from Marist College rounding about in 8th, with Aiken Lamar in 9th place for Howard Community College. And our last points paying position for tonight for Clemson University, second driver. So two top 10 Clemson drivers is Andrew Burrow.
Here we go, 11th, racing for Drexel University. Had a little bit of a mishap those last couple laps is Jason Wallet. And in 12th, the GOAT from St. Clair College, Alan Hong. And everybody behind Alan Hong was out of this race, DNF'd, disconnected, was not able to finish because their car had terminal damage. 13th, Ball State University, Bradley Skinker had netcode incident with 14th, Andrew Williams from Clemson University. And 15th, Drexel University, Alex Diamond also did not have the race he wanted to tonight.
And moving on with P16, it is going to be Nick Stockton for Clemson University, who unfortunately bended out of in the S's. But unfortunately, he's also going to be finishing out here in 16th. Followed by him is Robert Morris University, Nicholas Patinella. Unfortunately, with him, another race not going his way. With Mark Turek, also another driver, unfortunately. Really, a lot of these drivers, unfortunately, with Pennsylvania College of Technology rounding about in 18th. Mount St. Mary's University, for an appearance in a while with Christian Hill, who unfortunately had the car, had the pace, but not the patience. With Tyler Klingensmith rounding about our top 20 for Robert Morris University.
And two St. Clair colleges to round out our bottom 2 positions. We have Athena Leclerc in 21st and Adrian Tubakovic in 22nd.
Well, Lucas, it's gonna be Lucas. Get off your phone, bud. There you go. All right.
I don't text and drive. I swear, please.
Yeah, he's currently texting.
I was texting my mom back.
I was gonna say, I bet your mom was texting her thoughts on what Jordan Johnson was saying, and that it was Jeff's fault. It was the Australian all along. But of course, tonight, I was going to say, speaking of Jeff with the Australian, let's talk about our American counterpart with Barney, the flagman. And we're gonna be going for our final race in the Flexware Cup Series. I mean, Lucas, we've been battling it out in the oval race. I am out of it. So sorry, folks. All right, here we go. So April 15th, this upcoming Monday, it is going to be at 8:30, the CIL Cup, the Flexware Cup Series, the Championship 200 at Kansas Speedway. It is going to be an amazing race because this is the first time in a while, I believe, we're going to have the championship race at Kansas Speedway. Lucas, I'm excited to race against you. I swear, if you wreck me, I am not going to be talking with you for the rest of the season.
We didn't hold up. Well, there is something funny. We didn't wreck each other last week, but Edward did spin it fighting with me, so I felt a little bit bad when that happened.
Yes, unfortunately, we were in a kerfuffle going out of turn 4, but it was not Lucas' Biddy fault. I pushed the tires. I was angry that I couldn't get in front of him in time, and I lost. But I did lead the race for 30 laps. It was fun. But enough about me. Next week, actually, hold on. Tomorrow for the CPC CPC tomorrow is going to be at Interlagos for April 11th. So let's talk about that because it's going to be at Brazil, Lucas. How excited is that going to be to watch that?
Yeah, so two things to talk about that. One, Brazil is my absolute favorite track in the entire world. So I'm super excited. And we got a rain race, so you don't want to miss that. You saw what happened with Watkins. You saw what happened with Fuji. Sky's weather service is going to be back. Do not miss it. And you're gonna miss it if you don't subscribe and put your notifications on. So do that right now. Click subscribe, click the bell. Do not miss it. Another rainy race. Brazil is going to be so amazing. You get to see these two titans, Jordan Johnson and Leaf, battle it out once again. Will they make contact? Again, who knows? You're going to have to... Will Christian Hill go into the wall? You're going to have to tune in tomorrow to find out.
Well said. I mean, damn, that gave me goosebumps. Yes, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Because after that, it's going to be next week for our final race of the season. Folks, our penultimate race of the CIL Formula Car Series. It's been an honor and a pleasure for me to have been your main commentator. Here with me is Lucas Moody, but it's all good things must come to an end. We are going to go. It's gonna be all about Zach Lindler. The Thank You Zach Lindler Grand Prix at the Brazilian Grand Prix next week, same time, April 17th at 8:45 p.m. Be there or else you are going to miss out on the best race ever, and you're probably gonna get a 4X next race. And also please tune in earlier because you never know what's gonna happen. And also the green flag might go out early. We might have to move it up because of rain. But folks, at 8:45 p.m., a little bit earlier than we start, please be there. It is going to be something special. And of course, after that is going to be the Petite Grand Prix, Road Atlanta for the College Prototype Series. That is going to be the penultimate lap for that series as well. So next week, we're rounding about everything. The Flexware Cup Series, finishing off with the Cup Championship 200 at Kansas Speedway. Next Wednesday is going to be the Thank You Zach Lindler Grand Prix, Brazilian Grand Prix. Please be there early at April 17th. And the next day after that, the final race for the College Prototype Series is going to the Collegiate Prototype College Series is the Petite Grand Prix at Road Atlanta. I mean, it's wow, it's gonna be like it's gonna be the end of the semester. I mean, it's like finals, and then now we're gonna go on break. But I mean, honestly, my finals is not gonna be till next month. So
wow,
yeah.
that's unfortunate.
Yeah,
I'll be. I had to move all my finals up to April, like the last days of April, because some of the Ball State guys are going to the Miami Grand Prix for the Formula One race. So I had to get my finals moved up for that. But I wanted to say one more thing. Road Atlanta is also going to be a rain race, so don't miss that, because I have got word there will be rain before. It'll be a rainy practice, a rainy quali, and a drying track for the race. So what do you go? Do you put on wet tires? Do you put on dry tires? It's gonna be a very big strategy choice. Maybe we're all gonna hire Sky Shrek. Tell us what we should do, what tire we should start on, but you're not gonna want to miss it. Let me just say that.
And folks, you heard it here first from Lucas himself. This is why you gotta subscribe and stay notified, or else you're gonna miss out on this amazing race. Because rain, don't go away, because it's going to be amazing. It's gonna be fantastic for our final series, or our final race across the series. So first of all, let's start out with you, Lucas. Want to say your final words here?
Yes, thank you everybody so much for tuning in. I'll say it one more time. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I'd like to thank all of our drivers from across all of our series. Thank you to Keith in production. Thank you to Zach, our FC director. And thank you to everyone that tuned in tonight.
Yes, and thank you so much to every single one, for everybody who's been here from the beginning, from the first round, from the first round zero. I mean, thank you guys so much for being here, for being supportive in the chat, for hitting that like button, for commenting, for letting us know what we can do better, and always be there. So thank you so much on behalf of Lucas and the whole production team and myself. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in for tonight's round 13 of the CIL Formula Car Series race. And with that, we bid you a good night. See you tomorrow. Let's hope Sky will see you tomorrow. And see you all next week, and take care.